I wasn't gonna go live. I was doing some shorts. I don't think people are really getting the shorts. Kind of like little coded messages in the shorts. I know the majority of you really aren't ready yet, but I felt that it was important to do it, and I will still do shorts. Um, Share these shorts because, like I said, there's a message in each one of them. All right, this is a memory card holder, and this one right here is 1 terabyte. Well, I'm going to show you something first before I even get started. Okay. Like I said, there's a method, and it's not madness. There's a method to everything, and I know most people don't get it, and I don't expect most people to get it. Um, it's just not going to happen. All right. So we're going to look at reality versus fiction before I go to what I need to say. 8 of those. This is carbon fiber. This is pretty expensive. I'm not going to get into that, but level. All right, let's get level. So there we go, level. All right, a lot of you know about this, right? You know exactly what this is going to do, right? I know y'all know how these things work, right? Okay, and we know that once the GPS is set, it's set. Even with the mode on and the GPS on high. When I set it down, frequency. There we go. And she's activated. For those of you that know how to work these, and then my phone and my tablet, which is big, I can wear on my chest, has the app so I can watch and all that kind of stuff and do the programming. So the GPS is on. When she is level, she's not level. Then that's even when me holding it, believing that it's level, red light, it's not level. You see that? What does that mean? Balance, right? There's an order to it. The way it was set up to be programmed. In order for it to work efficiently, in order for it to rise, to do its routine as I program it, and to fly right back to the exact same spot, off by the slightest, and it won't start. But if I can find that spot, and I don't think I can find it. I mean, it's like it's really you get the drift of what I'm saying. So I had it flying around me at about a 25-yard circumference, just flying around me while I did tactics using firearm, 2 to the body, 1 to the head. And she worked, professionally. What does that got to do with anything? Turn it off. It has a lot to do with everything I'm about to say. Balance. Efficiency. For those of you who are veterans, whether you went to combat or not, even in the laziest of jobs, it was always important that you provided a service at the best of your capabilities or abilities or whatever, however you were taught, whether you had A schools, C schools, B schools, whatever, how many years you worked in a shop or infantry, or did you go further than that? Did you come in the military and go right? Right now they have a thing where you come in, and I think it's kind of better where you can go right into the special forces, but you must call. Right now, the military is being babied on purpose. Turning out a lot of little pussies. Trust me, I've met a couple. Far from we were taught and how we were taught in the 80s and 70s. You know, I had a friend of mine, and they don't talk down on each other, but he said it's still the way they've been trained for the last 20 years, nothing compared to how they were trained. And you know, and a friend of mine who's a Green Beret over here, you'll never know it. Long beard, Harley Davidson. Okay? And women. I'm saying all this because our men will never be the destroyers that they're meant to be until you start speaking that energy for them to return. That was the reason why they wanted y'all to get into the feminist movement. Why Rockefeller paid for that shit. Soros and all of them been part of that. Because if you don't give your men a voice with the power of your sound, your tone, that's why your center is so strong. Your destroyers will never be cost effective. And we're not talking about some paper, inked up piece of paper. That's not money. All right? Money is the share. You know what money is? The sharing of souls, energy. And when you women choose not, or don't know how, or don't want to listen, when we say we need our women to return, for their voices to be destructive, that means to send us the energy we require. They're too busy trying to kill us by destroying our hearts, liver, our upper thoracic, and some lower thoracic area. That's how they learned to take us out. And a lot of you probably won't be happy until your ignorance is obliged. Sadly, because I know the majority of you are not going to do it. I talk to sisters all the time who are very, very intelligent. They know everything. They research. They're coming into the truth. They have yet to look in the mirror, to take one little fucking step, look in the mirror and go out of eye contact, to see themselves for the first time, and to practice that daily. I guarantee not one of you have done it. This is not to beat up on anybody. But the destroyers will never be online. We'll never stop killing one another until y'all be the voice of reckoning. I ain't talking about that fake Black Caucus and them sorry ass preachers and imams and none of them. Until y'all realize that y'all are broken and you do everything to fix yourself, we still remain broken. When you call upon the destroyers, they will hear. I'm not supposed to be doing this. I need y'all to be around me and no phones. No, here I'm broke one of my oaths, and I'm sharing a big cup of tea. Hell, this is written on the walls. And I know a lot of people want to just be the know-it-alls. I've been doing this before the majority. I would say 99.9% of y'all. I've been fighting. Look, even my mom was like, "Boy, why are you telling all that?" All the times I was taken out of middle of high school, fighting the teachers, telling them they lying. History's bullshit. Blah blah blah. That man ain't no pale skin. Why y'all call him white? I'm talking about before I was 15, 16. I'm going on 60. And I see everybody just wanting to make a fucking bag. And ain't gonna do nothing with it. I brought up, I said, look, man, I have no problem taking $200-300, getting with about 30 like-minded people, going out there $200-300 every month, 3 months, 30 people. We go out there and buy motherfucking 80 acres. I ain't talking about the niggas that's running around on their little farmland and all that. That ain't goofy shit where they can flood that out and everything. I'm talking about elevation to the heart of our land. No, because as tough and bad as y'all are scared. Our women are the most cowardice. You would think they're the most fearless, and it's not the case. It is not. And I don't say that to be mean and spiteful, man. I love our people, man. This is passion. I'm saying this shit. It's like the fucking drone. There's an order to it. And it's the slightest off, it will not activate. Regardless of the battery being fully charged, the camera, the network, everything optimal. It's like the 3 Ps. Preparation, preparedness, blah, 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 you know. Until y'all's voices cry for the destroyer's return, we'll be running around a mist being destroyed by simple shit. Fucked up frequencies. I'm here to tell you, if we wanted, we could be jumping up and grabbing planes out the fucking sky. I know it's hard to believe, right? Y'all like to believe in all that hooky pooky shit, right? I don't have the slightest clue because everything's been flipped upside down, backwards, inverted, and reversed. I'm gonna leave it at that. It's like taking a moccasin. I've got all kinds of moccasins. I know these are just ceremonial. We didn't walk around in these all day. These are ceremonial. Every moccasin I ever wore was for a reason. Even when I was button naked in the sweat lodge with a whole lot of big, greasy, fat men, and everybody was in there to sweat, close their eyes, and I was be the one directing them the direction to go. And they go into the smokehouse. Oh, you don't know about that. Smudging. So I go 2-3 days without no deodorant. Well, I use lime for deodorant. I'm not gonna say no more. I won't share too much more. Some things don't need to be spoken on here. Yeah, who the fuck's the Supreme Court and who the fuck's an African? I don't know nothing about none of that new identity shit. Just because a lot of ignorant motherfuckers been raised in it. Who's we? Take your ass over there with them Siberian or them whatever you call them. Fuck out of here, goofy. Or meet me in the fucking boxing ring. Fucking do yourself a favor. I have my brother work for the CIA. I have him backtrack to find out where the fuck you are, who the fuck you are. That's right. My boy, my brother, I don't mind saying his name, David. Come on here with the goofy. That's what I want. I like that. And everybody else, admin, you ain't gotta erase that goofy fuck. Let him be. Probably some pearl skin or maybe AI, some artificial. Who knows? Let him be where they at. Or you keep your mouth shut. I don't give a fuck about that either. Nigerian either. Better know where you're at. We can never help one another until we help ourselves, and y'all can't even help yourselves over there. And I got many friends over there, my kindred, but we're not the same people. So shut your fucking mouth. Fuck you, man. Some of your leaders are in the same pockets with the rest of these Zionist pieces of scum, and I'm not here to talk nasty like that. So mind your manners, youngin. But goof, don't even know real history. You know, forgot. I bet you don't even know the real name of the fucking land, the state it was. I know every state, all 7 of them, 7 continents. So mind your manners, goofy. Hey, y'all. They can't call free pop or TV. Why are you acting? Acting? Who's acting? What are you talking about? You sound like a whole lot. You sound like you was smoking something. What you drinking? You drinking some of that goddamn moonshine? They say what, made from bananas or something, nigga. Stop eating that monkey meat. You don't know how to be respectful when you come on somebody's page. I'll burn you in here. I have fun doing it. I'm not emotionally bound. I have no feelings tied to it. I'll show you for your emotions. And I told you I have my brother. I'll trace you back. I'll find out exactly where you're at, whether you're in Texas, fucking Georgia, wherever the fuck you hiding at. Slim bucket. Now, to my engine brothers, the original ones. All right? The sisters. They're the ones who can call for the destroyers. And can't nobody stop. You in my head? I better go find a way to get rid of that. That's some bad gonorrhea syphilis. We don't need that in there. How you get up in there? I'm in your fake soul. Without us, you never existed. You ain't invent shit. You ain't done nothing. You ain't made nothing. Our sisters are very important, and y'all must sing this song. So when we get that together, and I know there's about 5 people already gonna make their way out here. We're setting it up for August or September. So that's around the time we're setting it up. I'm gonna let y'all know so we get out here, get the fire going and everything, and we get the circle. There's gonna be some people who madly respect and love us who's gonna partake in it, and they're gonna do their ritualistic things. And you can pick up on what they do, or you can just let yourself flow, be fluidity. You see what I'm saying? Papa. You're not even the original Twa people in Atlanta, you goof fuck. Don't even know where you're from. And you're not even, you know what? Matter of fact, you over here. You sound goofy. Feds. And you pre Papa TV. I love it. We got a Fed on here trying to play Fed, act non-Fed, speak non-Fed. I love that shit. All right, but I'm gonna get ready to sign off, guys. Let's do something real quick. Oh shit. Yeah, you can't make that up. Okay, there we go. Mike, what's going on, baby? Yeah, everything a lot, fam. You already know. Oh, we got a message held for review. Yes, we do. So, Mr. Papa New Guinea, speak, brother. Yeah. And we got a Fed in here, y'all. He's a Fed, bro. Yeah, I'm right now. He's a Fed. We actually got a goofy Fed, some young little goofy nigga pale skin come up in here, Fed. For real. Y'all know I have some ways, right? We just had a goofy Fed come up in here. Let me see. We're gonna pin it. Okay. So Mike, now I just made you a moderator too, bro, because you know you good people. Yeah, free pop on TV, fake. It's fake. I'm at it, I'm on it right now. So pinning, brother. It's a Fed. We just had a goofy Fed in here. Don't know no better. I guess really think some of us are mostly balanced. So I think it's funny. I love it. I always say the more the merrier. Didn't interrupt nothing. This shit is not script we were talking or discussing. Good to see you, family. Good to see you. Actually had a Fed pop over in here. They so desperate. Go steal another little kid, punk. Or meet me in the gym. Or slide by me and see if I really recognize you. Yeah. Fucking AI thinking it's smart. Yeah, yeah, you can go to that channel and everything, right? And when you look at the channel, you can see that it's pure bullshit. 63 subscribers. But when you start looking at certain things, yeah, trust me. Fraudulent. Very fraudulent. And if you can see some of the stuff that he's talking about, he is sharing lies of history. Now, for those who know me, know that I've been telling the truth about a lot of history. I was the one talked about in the 70s and 80s. I used to get pissed off before I went in the military. I'd say, how come nobody talks about the warfare? And then I was the one on Facebook going back, what, 8, 12 years saying, yeah, it was a brother that invented the car. And I said, the water in the electric car ain't new. And people told me, how you know? I used to work at Thomas Edison building. I said, why you think Nikola Tesla left that mulatto, Einstein, and took his ass over there to Harlem? Stayed around us, getting all the secrets he could because he knew what was going to happen to us. Feds couldn't fuck with him, but he died broke and alone on what, the 42nd floor, in Manhattan. See, at 80-something years old, well, everybody knows that Felix killed him, murdered him. Felix, you know that motherfucker was a Mason. You dig what I'm saying? Yo, what's going on, family? And I've been talking about this shit for the longest time. In the military, I was always told to be quiet. You know, you worked at Thomas Edison building. It wasn't, and the thing was, I didn't know there were other people that knew like I did. But they stay quiet. That's why my great grandmother, Bettina Lisa, always be like, be quiet. Stuff I'm telling you, don't be talking about it. Because they kept bringing people over here. The majority of people down south, the motherfuckers weren't even around, nowhere near around 30, 40 years after the Civil War. Flying our flags, all stupid looking. Yeah, okay. Got you now. I got you now, Goofy. So, shut that off. Gmail. Boom. Yeah. So, people have a hard time dealing with the truth. Because the only truth they know is the same thing they always speak against. You ever notice some of these goofy niggas are the main ones talking against the motherfuckers who are the founders of their information? And that's why they look so stupid to us. And then they want to be all this, that, and using all fake words, names. They don't even put their face up or nothing. Why? It's like, what do they call that? The Last Stand, the Alamo. Even the story of the Alamo was bullshit. And I've been to that motherfucker well over 25 times now, whether horseback or not. Somebody got upset with me, right? At this bar a year and a half ago. I said, wait a minute, ain't no Peckerwood come over this motherfucker. We came across here because we knew the land. We had to break up and let natives know and this, that, and some of them wanted to act a fool. Well, that was after our brothers defeated, well, we weren't defeated. We got tired of fighting for so long. And we was killing them. We ain't never lose nothing. We were betrayed by a couple of generals in the South. But when everybody heard me talk about Alabama, where it started at, they was like, oh, no wonder there was so much racism in Alabama. I said that was the hub where they was bringing them in by the fistfuls. And we was whooping their asses. If you go out there to them burial grounds and start looking around, you'd be amazed at what you find. We was killing them motherfuckers literally. It was our women. We were tearing them apart with our hands. But see, them Zionists, before they were Russian Christians, they knew that we would get tired. Why do you think they were burning all our farmland? Man, motherfuckers don't know shit. But we need our women to cry and call on the destroyers. That's all I'm gonna say to that. The moment we get them to start crying and calling on for the destroyers, we come. There's nothing that can stop us. That's what they want. That's why they want to keep blacking out the sun. All right, that we know that's Bill Gates and them, Yale and Harvard and all that shit, Morehouse. All right, all funded by them, Bloomberg, JP Morgan, Morgan Bank, all funded by them. There's a reason why they want to keep everybody from having guns. When I met these 7 brothers from Kuwait in college in Oklahoma, they were telling me things very discreetly, and the beautiful thing is I understand Arabic because they kept going. Every time they would say something, I'd be like, I would reply, and they were like, "How the fuck?" I was like, "There's a storm, motherfucker. I made sure to know." And I got a bunch of fake Muslims around me. My hometown kids that grew up with me. I study languages. I like linguistics. You can't go somewhere and be somewhere and not be able to ask where the shit is. The proper way. How should I shake your hand? Who's your mom? It's like if you go to Spain, you say abuela, abuela. You know what I'm saying? You got to know how to approach people. And you can't walk around and an Arab give you the name Khalif and you look it up and you realize what it means. Just like the name James. You say, well, what the fuck? And I said, but my name is Jim Redwood. Jimmy Mac, Chuck. And a few other nicknames, all from women. And they realized the importance. And they were telling me things. And I knew it. I was like, well, y'all be safe, brothers. There's like, you too. And they had a great time. I took them around where to eat. I introduced them to a couple of people. They went and shot some full automatic rifles. Man, them motherfuckers was in there. And they were straight up honest. And there was one guy, he asked all the right questions. And he knew it. And I was like, how'd you know to ask that? It's my papa, his father. That's not how he said it, He was actually an Egyptian who grew up in, Kuwait. He was part of that shit. The CIA paid to fuck up the Muammar Gaddafi. Yeah, they're here. So, anywho, I love when people don't know, and then those of us who do know, when we start asking specifics. So you get with the women, and you make sure they know this, and it ain't gotta be some kind of special fucking way. You ain't gotta tie a right lace over the left lace. You ain't gotta take your hair and part it to none of that goofy shit. You ain't gotta. They can burn some sage or some frankincense and myrrh, but go in a closed, quiet fucking space. Do you understand this? A closed, quiet fucking space outside. That's all I can say. You got to figure that shit out. And they need to, Mother Earth, Father Sky, they need to call for the destroyers. That's all I'm going to say. I love the people who don't believe so. And the ones that do, they scared, and they should be. And it ain't going to stop because it's going to happen. I'm not the only one that's doing this. There's other brothers like me who are probably sitting around in groups and doing the same thing, and they don't be all on this shit. I wish people would have came here and visited like some of the ones that have and just hung out. They would have heard so much more. Because I'm not going to share. I'm not going to put everything on here. All right? So we can let the goofies come in. But I know they get all when I say these words, which don't mean nothing. You know, goofy don't really mean anything. But I'm not here to give linguistics. It's not even a proper sound. Goofy. It's not even a word. So that's one more lesson down the fucking drain. So, cup of tea. We got to get these sisters. And I don't own that. So share it as if it's yours. It is. Share it as if you're the first one to speak it. All right, Mike, and my other brother, and even you, Papa TV. It's for all the women, all the melanated women, as long as they don't have no goddamn Neanderthal bloodline in them. See, those of us with O positive, O negative, we kind of good. Yeah, we don't have it. It's kind of be the real fucking thing. But we never had a problem with the Neanderthals. They're not even of the pale wolf. They're more kindred to us. Problem is our younger brother, the pale wolf. That's the fuck up. And some dark ass niggas belong to the pale wolf. And that's why our sisters have to call for the destroyers again. And it's gonna happen. And all the little shit talking and all the woo woo woo, the run hiding. I ain't with Hank, I'm with him. You know, all that ain't gonna work. So I gave a big ass cup of tea. Tomorrow we're gonna talk about something very important. I love you guys. Very passionate about this, and this is important. Share this shit. Y'all know I'm doing the gunsmithing, right? So I had an offer today for this. Don't worry, it's YouTube friendly. It's not even loaded. See there? See? Bolts back. It's not even loaded. It's just in there. So everybody knows I spent about 7 building it. Then I added 300. Then I added another 4, 600, or 800, 6. Well, anyway, a guy offered me 7,000. I says no, nowhere near a lot. Then I have a $500 Cerakote. Can't upgrade the buffer with a racer in the spring. No. Made sure I can put a couple rounds of some tools in there, and I'm throwing a snake in, and I'm gonna go with the. Right now, I like the double slang. I'm gonna go with a single that can go to a double. So over 7,000. I like being able to hold my rifle. You know what I mean? So I put a lot into this one. I built 2 more. So no. Yeah, that's right. I got a fucking $7,000 racer. That's how I'm building them. And he runs. I'll let a good friend of mine. He's going to be with the feds. You goddamn right. Good brother too. He's Hawaiian, but on the Asian side, but brother too. Well, more no Hawaiian or Maui. Well, anyway, ex-Marine. He's badass shooter. One of the best I've seen. And he loved it. You know, when you have one of them guys that can really shoot. I mean, one of them shooters. I mean, we all love it. No, I'm talking about one of them motherfuckers you probably see at a trick show or something. And he say, "Oh, that's flat. Oh, you know, you got a runner." So we're gonna get into a little bit of that because you know I'm about 2A shit. I'm about the Constitution. Y'all know I like to pull out the parchment paper and read it. I just haven't done it on here because there's some certain important things that have to be done. Make sure you like, subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell notification. We're not worried about the algorithms like that. We don't. Look, destroyers are gonna come. I'm speaking on it because there's a lot of people that have no clue, and they need to enlighten other sisters because only 1 out of 100 is gonna listen. So you need to talk about it. And if you need to go and start putting together the history to find that, figure it out, then so be it. But I know enough about people have enough of the key information to know this. All right? With that being said, I want y'all to have a grand evening. The 25th is our new sister. I hate that celestial shit and all that. We're sentient beings. But it marks the end and beginning of the 13th season. Okay? And I truly appreciate y'all. And Mike, you know me. You know how I am. You know, man, I don't check it to people. I even went as far as to get Facebook to scrub my account. And what they do, even when I deleted it because they had blocked me all them months because I had insight on medical shit and stuff. Now all that's coming to fruition because all of a sudden now the coup is gone. You know, it's about Ukraine and World War III. And fact checkers getting hit all the time for not knowing nothing they talking about. Not that I care, but every time I talked about something, what it do? It was the truth. Not my truth either. Shit, I was informed about things, and I was like, we need to stop paying attention to me. Stop letting the fucking music and all that shit manipulate you, and leave these pan fry motherfuckers in the skillet and let them just keep getting killed. They pass well done, but they just so hard and arduous because they don't know no better, especially the liberal motherfuckers. They just the dumbest. Let them be right where they need to be at. Still with their hands out. And then niggas talking about reparations. I said, why would they give you reparations and you never was a slave? When they knew your story. They knew we was going to go in regression. Why the fuck they want to give people they knew was going to go in regression? Hell, we told the story. We shared it. We didn't give them all the tea. But they dug up all that shit and redistributed it after the World's Fair, slowly. And they're still doing it. Nikola Tesla that Tesla motherfucker, he ain't doing nothing new, y'all. I keep telling y'all there's nothing new under the goddamn sun, and that was just not a fucking word made for some fake ass religious motherfuckers. That was to let you know something. We have things that we held on to remind us, even in this capitulated stupidity this stupor we're in, that we knew we would be coming out of, because all this shit that's going on, it's a short time. You can take it back to 18 motherfucking 79 to 95. All the way up to the end of World War II and up to 1920. And then you'll start understanding why they set up motherfucking had World War I go down. Then you understand why they had the Great Depression. Then you understand why they had to find a way to devise a way to break our families. After all them wars and all the fighting we were doing and losing our elders. Man, and then in the 60s, feminism. Paid by who? A Zionist, right? A Jew, not the bad mouth, because I got Jews married in my family, so, and they can't stand Zionists. But because before them two CIA operatives, that nigga and that Peckerwood, the school system wasn't that deep. What, 2-3 hours? 3 days or 4 days a week? It wasn't that deep. You were still learning at home, chop wood, farm, this, that, and the other. You see what I'm saying? And that's the importance of why we need our women to call on their goddamn destroyers. And that's all I'm going to say to that. Y'all have a grand evening. 25th, our celestial time. Make sure you step your ass outside at dusk. Bare fucking foot. I don't give a fuck if it's wet or snowing and they got a whole bunch of nanites and nanotech slipping through the air. Get your ass out there. Put your feet in that motherfucking dirt. Look up and just hum. I ain't gonna get too many more secrets. Y'all have a great evening.